Pisces, welcome to your monthly horoscope for March 2025. My name is Adeana. I'm an intuitive astrologer, and in these monthly horoscopes, I go over the significant energies and major themes, topics, and events you will be navigating for the month ahead. This is a big month, so we have quite a lot to go through. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you align with my energy and enjoy my content. Now, let's get right into it. So let's first start by going over the significant transits for the month ahead. On the 1st, we have Venus stationing retrograde. On the 3rd, we have Mercury entering Aries. On the 14th, we have our full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo at 23 degrees. On the 15th, we have Mercury stationing retrograde in Aries. On the 20th, we have the Sun entering Aries. On the 22nd, we have our Venus Cazimi. On the 24th, we have our Mercury Cazimi. On the 27th, we have Venus retrograding back into Pisces. On the 29th, we have our new moon solar eclipse in Aries at 9 degrees. And we also have Mercury retrograding back into Pisces. Mercury and Venus are going to retrograde pretty much over the same degree points in your chart. Not exact same degree points, but the same area of your chart. So there's quite a lot of reassessing and reevaluation going on in this area of life, which we will get into. Now, on the 30th, we have Neptune entering Aries. And so Neptune is going to enter Aries March 30th to October 22nd. And so we want to pay attention to this little window because this is really going to give us an idea of what this Neptune and Aries energy is going to bring. Now, for those of you who have not listened or watched any of my monthly horoscopes before, I do break the horoscopes down by week and I select a chart for each week to give you a bit of a visual. So, coming right into the week, on the 1st, we have Venus stationing retrograde at 10 degrees of Aries. This is in your second house of money, finances, material possessions, and personal values. Now, Venus is going to retrograde back into your first house. So, there can be a lot that you're reassessing and rethinking and reevaluating this month around your money, your finances, and your personal values, and also how you connect with others, your needs, wants, and desires, and how you want to connect on an intimate level. Also, with other people, there can be a lot that you're rethinking within your relationships. Keep in mind, though, that Venus was pre-shadowed the entire month of February. And so whatever major themes, topics, and events were showing up the month of February, that can give you an idea of what you will be rethinking, reassessing and reevaluating for the month of March. Now, on the 3rd, we will have Mercury enter Aries. And at this point, Mercury will be pre-shadow. So we want to pay attention to what's showing up around our communication, our mindset, conversations that we're having. This is a great month to journal because there can be a lot showing up that may not seem significant in the moment, but can become quite significant down the road. So we want to remember that the energy that we're in, we're going to be in for a few months. So whatever's showing up now, we are reassessing, these themes, topics, events, and situations for quite some time. So this is a great month to journal. Now, once we get to the second week of March, on the 14th, we have our full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo at 23 degrees. Now, you are going through major changes when it has to do with your needs, wants, desires, how you're presenting yourself to the world, what you want to be kind of known for, your perception of reality and how others perceive you and how you connect within your one-on-one connections. Because you have the nodes here. And sometimes when we have the South Node transiting our 7th house, we can have relationships or people coming back from the past because the South Node represents the past. Also, for some of you, this can also be a releasing and letting go of relationships or one-on-one connections that are no longer in alignment. I've seen both play out where people have come back from the past with the South Node transiting the 7th, and I've also seen people, letting go of those in their life that are just no longer in alignment, no longer meant to be on your journey. And so when we have our lunar eclipse in Virgo at 23 degrees, there's going to be energy coming in to activate the changes taking place in this area of relationships and one-on-one connections. And by the time we all leave, or by the time we exit March, we're all going to have a pretty good idea of what this nodal journey is going to be for the next 18 months. This is an 18-month story playing out. And this, for you, has to do with you and your relationships, what you need, want, and desire. And that North Node being in the first house, there's going to be a lot of personal power that you have to step into. There's going to be a lot of newness around your needs, wants, and desires and new direction in life. And and you can start to get a feel for what that's going to look like for you this month. So definitely pay attention. Like I said, it's a great month to journal, but this lunar eclipse is going to bring in energy for, whatever the south node in your seventh house is going to bring. So maybe it's a phone call from somebody from the past, or maybe somebody adds you on social media that you haven't talked to in a while, and that's giving you a preview to what can be. It's not like the big event is coming with this eclipse. I mean, it's possible, but we want to remember, this is an 18-month story playing out. So whatever's kind of showing up now, we're revisiting again 6 months from now and then a year from now. So it's a story. We want to keep that in mind. And I will be posting I have a lunar nodes video on my channel, which I'll link at the end of this monthly horoscope, and you can check that out if you want, because I get into all of the energy of the lunar nodes and eclipses and transiting your first and seventh house, if you want to check that out. Now, on the 15th, we have Mercury stationing retrograde at 9 degrees of Aries. And so, again, there's more reassessing and reevaluation going on around money, finances, and personal values. And then Mercury will eventually retrograde back into your first house, where maybe you're rethinking what you need in relationships, what you want, because it's coinciding with this Venus retrograde. Now, once we get to the third week of March, and I just want to note that on March 17th, we will have the sun forming a conjunction to that north node at 27 degrees. And the north node has been at 27 degrees for some time now. So there's been quite a lot of conjunctions to the north node at 27 degrees. And when the sun comes in and forms a conjunction to that north node on the 17th of March, pay attention to what is showing up for you. We could have very beautiful support, clarity, or insight coming in for this whole journey that we're kind of rethinking and reevaluating in this area of life. And this really has to do with you and your partnerships. So definitely pay attention on March 17th. Now, on the 20th, we have the sun entering Aries. And on the 27th, or on the 22nd, sorry, we have our Venus cazimi at 2 degrees of Aries. And this is when Venus is renewed by the sun. So whatever you're navigating with this Venus retrograde, this is a day you want to pay attention to what's kind of showing up for you, any connections you're having, conversations. There can be some insight, clarity on this day. This could be some type of an epiphany where you now have a better understanding. This could be like a shift in your values, which then shifts how you align with other people, if that makes sense. So definitely pay attention on this day. It's a great day to journal. Well, journal every day, but definitely pay attention on this day because something can be showing up for you. Now, once we get to the fourth week of March, on the 24th, we have Mercury, and we have our Mercury cazimi at 4 degrees of Aries, again, in your second house of money, finances, and material possessions. So those themes and topics just become more prevalent. We want to pay attention to our conversations, communication, insight, intuitive downloads. Again, another great day to journal. On the 27th, we have Venus re-entering Pisces. So Venus is going to retrograde back into your first house. And this again is going to bring up themes and topics you've been in since the beginning of February around your needs, wants, and desires, how you are connecting with other people, what you need from other people. This is all coming back. Now on the 29th, we will have our final solar eclipse in Aries at 9 degrees. And this is closing out the changes that took place the last 2 years with the nodes in Aries and Libra. So we had the North node in Aries and we had the South node in Libra. And this was bringing in a lot of change around these were your financial houses. So there was quite a lot of change with your finances, your partner's finances, shared resources, investments, personal values, also psychological healing and transformation. Those themes and topics were all front and center. So this solar eclipse is bringing this final energy in and possibly final event to close that chapter out. Also on the 29th, we have Mercury re-entering Pisces. So again, more reevaluation on your way of thinking, how you want to connect with other people. And then on the 30th, we have Neptune entering Aries. So we want to pay attention to what that Neptune and Aries energy brings. Neptune will be in Aries from March 30th to October 22nd. So that's going to give us a little sneak peek as to what Neptune and Aries is going to bring for each of us individually. All right, Pisces, thank you so much for joining me. I hope this helps you navigate the energy for the month ahead, and I will connect with you in the next one.